Yo, what is happening, everyone? JP here, Pope JP here, or should I say Rags to Richardson here. You know, for a second, I thought I was going to have to be changing my name from Rags to Richardson to like Joe Mama or like Malik Neighbor, my neighbor, something. I was going to have to change it, right? He got benched. He wasn't looking good. He's looking awful. But we are freaking back, baby. Rags to Richardson. We're back to the riches. Richardson's back. He looked absolutely great, phenomenal last week. Look at this. 30 attempts, 20 completions, 272 yards, a touchdown. Oh, but wait. 10 rushing attempts, 32 yards, and not one, but 2 rushing touchdowns. Freaking back. And the reason I'm saying freaking, Natalie watched my last video. We're going to have to block her somehow, but not allowed to curse anymore. Can't say any, foul language. My boss could see this, according to her, and she brings up a good point. I don't want anyone, see me in a bad light. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait, if my boss saw this, that's an instant promotion, right? I mean, just look at my team. He's gonna think I'm a genius, or if he doesn't already think that, and he's going to look at my trades. He's going to look at my team. He's going to look at the moves that I've made and be like, wow, this guy needs to be, promoted immediately. So we'll see. I mean, if you're watching this, besides the language, this speaks for itself. I'm falling down the totem pole a little bit. Last week was rough against Kyle. It was a pretty free week for him. His team popped off. I mean, his running backs, David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen. Okay, Josh Allen kind of pissed me off. He was at, I think, like less than 10 points, maybe 10 for most of the game, right? I think probably like the first 3 quarters, I was like, let's go. Like, got a bad week from Josh Allen. That never happens, or it hasn't happened in a while. And then all of a sudden, I think he broke off for like a 26-yard rushing touchdown at the end of the game to win that game. Congrats to the Bills beating the Chiefs. That was a big win. So he ended up with a great week. I mean, that's the benefit of getting Josh Allen, right, and with the top, couple picks of our startup draft. He's just amazing. And even if, he has 10 points after 3 quarters, he can break off or, throw a bomb touchdown to Khalil Shakir, whatever, and give you a great fantasy week. So that was great. I mean, yeah, I just got dominated this week. Congrats to Kyle. He's moving up in the world. I think he's let's see, let's go to this week. Kyle is right above me. We're the same record, but he's got some more points than me. So I got some work to do. We got only a few weeks left. This is crazy. We only have this week and then 2 more weeks. So I mean, it's really coming down to it. Only a few weeks left until playoffs. It's coming down, to these final games. It's going to be crazy, absolutely crazy. I mean, some people just have, like, I'm not going to lie. I have a 63% chance to win, but Thomas's team is good. He's been putting up some good points. I mean, and gotten unlucky here and there, but everyone else, like, what's happening here? How do you only have a 38% chance to win and you're supposed to be in playoffs? You're starting Justin Watson and Isaiah Likely. Yikes. Cam Akers. Yikes. He must have a lot of bye weeks. Let's see. Breece Hall, Brian Thomas, Taysom Hill. I mean, where's the depth on this team? Where's the depth? You know what's crazy? Ryan has not had a single injury, a single bad one. I don't even know if he's had a single injury. Okay, this doesn't count. He traded for Ayuk. He literally traded for Ayuk, so that doesn't count. He hasn't had a single injury to his team. And you know who's the number 1 shit talker in our league? Not Ali, believe it or not. It's actually Ryan. I did the calculations. Ryan is the number 1 shit talker in our league. He's 16-6, but he hasn't had a single injury. So, I mean, obviously you can see he has 1 bye week. Okay, fine. 2 bye weeks. I'm not going to count Taysom Hill. That doesn't count. 2 bye weeks with this team, and it completely falls apart. Imagine if an injury happened to this team. Imagine if he had 1 injury. This team would be doomed. Like, he's literally starting Justin Watson and Isaiah Likely in his flex. Yikes. Absolutely yikes. And Cam Akers. Let's not forget about that. Cam Akers as his running back too. So, yeah, you're taking an L this week, buddy. So congrats to Mick on this week. Kermit Crimes throws dimes. I don't think we talked about his team last week. He just made some big trades before the trade deadline. I mean, he is absolutely tanking for next year. He traded away all of his old players for picks. I mean, I don't mind it. Like, if he doesn't think he's got a shot this year, I think he did have a shot this year with the team that he had, but he doesn't think so. That's fine. So he's going to go for next year. That's great. Better for me, right? Less competition. Apparently, Poopity Shoop, right? Heard this in a rumor that he doesn't think he can make playoffs. I don't know. I think this guy's delusional, right? Like I said last week, I want the worst for him. Obviously, he wants the worst for himself because he doesn't even think that with this team he can make playoffs. I mean, yeah, Debo's been bad, but the rest of your team, like, this is definitely a playoff team. So I don't know what his problem is. He's going to lose this week because of bye weeks, and not a lot of depth either. But or I guess he has much more than Ryan. But yeah, he's probably going to take an L this week. He's against Lee GM, which is surprising that he's projected to win. I'm trying to see why that's the reason. Yeah, he's not winning this week. Oh, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase on bye, starting Tommy DeVito. Yikes. Absolute yikes. I mean, I don't think... Would you be starting Tommy DeVito or Jordan Addison? I don't know. I feel like Jordan Addison could be a better start this week, but he's going to go with Tommy DeVito. I don't mind it. It's a quarterback. The upside is there with quarterbacks, no matter who they are, even Daniel Jones. But yeah, expect very little things from this guy for sure. So there was a lot of trades. I kind of want to look at them again because I didn't really get to see them as they were happening. I was busy doing stuff. So let's see. What's today? Today is the November 20th. So all these trades that happened, I think this was the first one that took place. Let's evaluate this one. Trombone Willy sent Derrick Henry, 30-year-old, and Jalen Polk, I think he's like 21 or something, 22. 22-year-old Jalen Polk for Ramondre Stevenson. Hasn't been good, but, I mean, running back one, he probably will figure it out. He's been great in the past. He's only 26. Tank Dell and a 2025 first for 30-year-old Derrick Henry and unproven Jalen Polk. You know, this reminds me of what I said last week. And this trade is really bad for someone that's not even involved in it. And I'm about to tell you who that is. It's really bad for Evan Dizon, believe it or not. He's not even a part of this trade. But the reason it's so bad for him is because I told him last week, you trade Christian McCaffrey to Alex Wynn, he's going to give you a fortune for him, right? Willy got this much for Derrick Henry, 30-year-old. He's been great this year, but he's 30. I think Christian McCaffrey is probably close to 30 as well, but Christian McCaffrey, just the name itself, right, is worth a lot more than Derrick Henry, I would say. Maybe not. Maybe others would disagree, but that's what I truly believe. And if he would have offered Christian McCaffrey or you know, fished him around a little bit, especially to Alex, he probably would have gotten so much. And this right here, this Ramondre Tank Dell 2025 first for Evan Dizon would have been insane. So LGM by Evan Dizon, not taking my advice, but W to Willy. Alex, I don't know yet. You got to win this year. And this is kind of you just betting on this year. So if you don't win this year, GG's. Like, start to tank because you're done. So that's kind of my take on that one. Let's see. Let's look at the next one. We got a trade between Get in My Belly and That Man Acid. And Acid's going for this year too. He wants Eckler. Eckler's been pretty good, especially when Brian Robinson's been out every other week, I think. So this is a good play, especially if something happens to Brian Robinson, you know, within the next few weeks before playoffs. Austin Eckler would be a smash play in playoffs. Look at that. He's got a great schedule. New Orleans, then Philly, which is tough, and then you got Atlanta and Dallas, for playoff week. So, but even with Brian Robinson playing, he's been decent. He'll get you 8 points for sure. He'll get you 10 points maybe. But yeah, look at these weeks without Brian Robinson. Against the Giants, Pittsburgh, 15 points, 17 points. The running back 15, running back 5. Austin Eckler still got it. He didn't look great for the Chargers last year, but he has it for the Commanders this year. There's been a different vibe in Washington this year. I think a lot of people expected them to be, really bad. Whatever. Didn't really expect for much from Jaden Daniels. But now, Anthony wants to talk about the culture for the Cowboys. Let's talk about the culture for the Commanders now. It's probably through the roof, right? The vibes. Everyone is playing their heart out because this is a Super Bowl bound team under Jaden Daniels. So Eckler, even though he's 29, looking old, looking slow last year, I think, he's really turning it around, and the culture and the vibes has got to be part of that, I would say. So W to both sides there. I mean, Anthony needs the picks, so I think both sides, this is a great trade all around. And then you got another trade with Willy. He's trading away old man Jones, Aaron Jones, who's been pretty good for the Vikings, for a third and a 2026 second. I think this is great for both sides. Assad obviously is going for it this year. Now he's got Aaron Jones and Austin Eckler, both great flex options. I think he already has good running backs, so this is good for both sides. Not a lot of comments there. Oh boy, Travis Etienne. Let's evaluate this. Alex sent Tony Pollard, who's been great. I think he's young too, right? Oh, no, he's not that young, but he's 27. He's not old. And a 25 fourth for 25-year-old Etienne, who has been terrible. Whoever this guy is, anyone know? No one knows. He's the fourth man on the depth chart. He's 24. He's 44% rostered. Someone's starting him in some league. He's 1% starting. Who is this guy? He has one target this year, one reception. Don't know why he's even included in this trade. And a 2025 third. Alex, what are you doing? You give too much for Derrick Henry. You trade for ETN. It's like you don't even care about this league that I'm putting so much time and effort in to make it fun for everyone. It's like you don't even care. And that's what pisses me off. Everyone else is dedicated, trying to make good moves out here, trying to win. And you are just trying to destroy your team. Maybe you don't plan on playing next year and you want to make it really hard for me to find someone to replace this team. Well, congrats, because you are. This team is going to be impossible to find someone to take, to adopt, and to try to rebuild, because that is disgusting. ETN is awful. I hope it works out for you. You probably won't. But yeah, I think we looked at most of the teams last week. I don't think we looked at Kyle's team last week. He's got a really solid lineup. He can definitely go for it all. I mean, this guy's been great. Surprisingly, came out of nowhere, kind of. Look at this. Week 7, he just starts popping off. I think they lost Amari Cooper to the Bills in a trade. So he's been, kind of taking up that, wide receiver 1 role. I think he's the wide receiver 3. So you got Elijah Moore and Jerry Jeudy, but they're both bums. So, I mean, this guy's like, hey, I'll catch some balls. So, I mean, yeah, he's been doing really good for Kyle. And then Juwan Jennings, he's the wide receiver 1 on the 49ers. He's been amazing. I kind of, sorry, Anthony. This guy's worth the first-round pick for sure. Been great for Kyle. Quentin Johnston been looking good. He's kind of like, a Mike Williams-esque, I would say. Like, kind of gets those those deep throws, deep touchdowns. So had one the past 3 weeks. So yeah, he's been great. Mr. Unlimited, Josh Allen, obviously, great running backs. So yeah, Kyle's team's gonna be good. Look at his quarterbacks, actually. Not only Russell Wilson and Josh Allen, but also Baker Mayfield, who's been great. I mean, Kyle, arguably up there with the top quarterbacks in our league for sure. And who knew Baker was going to be that good? Maybe Mick will say that he thought that. I don't know. So yeah, Kyle's team's good. Week 12, I'm against Thomas. I'm definitely gonna win this week. Ryan's definitely losing to Mick. Trombone Willy. Ooh, this one's gonna be close. I don't know. Anthony might be able to pull it off. He's 2-20. He might have a chance this week. We'll see. And then this will be close. Assad really needs to win this week, but I'm really hoping Evan can pull through here because this is my playoff competition guy. And honestly, I don't like his team. I don't like Assad's team at all. I mean, Justin Herbert's been looking really good. Devon Achane, obviously really good. But I don't know why I don't like it. I mean, because it looks good on paper, right? Looking at it now, I feel like it looks good on paper, but I just don't like it. I'm sorry, Assad. I just don't like your team. I think I don't like Terry McLaurin for some reason, even though he's been good, I guess. One bad week this past week. I just don't like him as a person, I guess. I don't like Will Disley, but he's been good too. I feel like your players have been really good, but they shouldn't be. Does that make sense? Like, why is Will Disley good? He shouldn't be. 28-year-old. He's huge. 6'4", 265. Wow. Austin Eckler probably shouldn't be, right? He looked terrible last year. Why is he so good all of a sudden? Matthew Stafford, decent, whatever. So, yeah, I hope you lose. Let's go, Evan. Evan starting Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's due for a touchdown. I don't think he has one since he's been back. So, he's due this week. He's going to have a big week this week, calling it now. Zay Flowers good. Cortland Sutton. I mean, you better hope he does good. You traded a freaking second-round pick for him. Dallas Goedert, he's been trash. Najee Harris, turning up. Tyler Lockett, trash. Bo Nix, turning up. Or, he's been great. Not turning up. He's quarterback 7 on the year. He's been amazing. So, yeah, it'll be a good matchup for them. Unwavering faith against strict Zen diet. This will be close. I mean, yeah, obviously Alex has a really good team he traded. He's going all in for this year. He's got Derrick Henry this week. He's starting Jonnu Smith and Travis Kelce. But Jonnu Smith's been great. He's got the stack. Wow, he has Jonnu Smith, Tyreek Hill, and Tua. And then he has Puka and Kyron Williams. He's really targeting these high-powered offense teams, I see. So I know your strategy, Alex, and we'll see if it's a good one. I mean, you're in second place right now, I think, so it's obviously working out. But Kyle's team's good, too, so you got to be careful. I don't think Kyle's any bye weeks, does he? No one important. Oh, Josh Allen. Oof. It's rough, but he does have Baker and Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, so it's going to be a good matchup. Sam Laporta due for a big week. And then we've got Lee GM against Ali. Like I said, want the worst for Ali. I think he's tanking anyways, so I'm thinking Lee GM will win this. Odds, the projections don't think so. But yeah, I mean, David Njoku, he's been great. I think all of his, I think Lee GM smashes this matchup. Like, I think poopity shoop, because when you're selling out and don't think you're going to be in playoffs, and you mentally don't think you're going to win, you're not going to win. So there's definitely a mental game to this, and Ali's already given up on this year. He's given up just mentally. He's done. He was all cocky at first, thinking first place, record was great, and then he just started falling apart mentally too. And so, yeah, I think he loses this week pretty bad. We'll see what happens, but I got some work to do. I got to win this week. I got to win the next 3 weeks. So Thomas, and then Mick, and then Ryan. I think you guys got to Thomas, then Ryan, then Mick. You guys got to chill out and let me get some dubs, because I'm on thin ice. I got to win. I got to win out and make sure I am in a good spot for playoffs. But if I am in playoffs, I mean, GG's, because A-Rich is back. Moral of the story: 22-year-old, 2 rushing touchdowns. He's back. What the heck happened here? Sean Payton, what are you doing? He's the starter last week against Kansas City. I thought I fleeced the heck out of Armand because I traded away Javonte. I was like, let's go. I got the starter. Javonte's done. I'm a genius. I trade away Javonte. I start Audric Estime this week because he's the starter. And then he's not the starter. And then all of a sudden, Javonte's the starter again. What are we doing here? Are we just giving them a week rest every other week. Like, there was no injury or anything to Javonte week 10 against Kansas City. And he only got 1 rushing attempt and 2 targets. I don't know what happened. But yeah, Javonte's a starter again. That sucks. I mean, this guy, wow. The fact that I only got 1 person come to me looking to trade for this guy is insane to me. I mean, this guy could be just an absolute gem of a player for the next few years. He's looking like Austin Eckler. Look at these targets. He's a workhorse. They traded for Khalil Herbert, but they haven't got him involved yet. This guy has shown he can be a workhorse. Look at these rushing attempts combined with the targets. I mean, this guy's insane. Even with the tough schedule, he's been putting up crazy numbers. So, yep, it's going to be fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we need to talk about. I guess we can look at waivers real quick. I mean, I don't know why we're spending $15 on Marvin Mims. Evan just is, you know, without Evan Dizon in this league, I don't know if I could have a YouTube channel and be making these videos. I don't know. There wouldn't be enough to talk about. It'd be just crickets. Evan Dizon is giving me so much to talk about, so much fuel. It's great. So hopefully he continues. $15 on Marvin Mims. I mean, I had this guy at one point, but he's a bum. He's not doing anything. Okay, he had a touchdown last week. He's not doing anything. He's a bum. So he'll be dropped next week by Evan again, I bet. $4 for Mason Tipton. Don't even know who this guy is. Probably never will. Tyquan Thornton. I guess he's on the Chiefs now. This guy said he's fast ASF in Madden only. Reason I know him. Okay. And then you got $1 for Drew Lock, who could, you know, if something happens to Tommy DeVito, or if he just looks terrible, which, let's be honest, is very likely, they're probably going to put Drew Lock in. So kind of like how they did with Cooper Kush that first week he started, and then put Trey Lance in for a little bit just to see what you got with Trey Lance. And then they realized that they have nothing with Trey Lance, so then they put Cooper Rush back in this week. So, yeah, so good stuff. Who's fire emojing with me? It's Alex. All right. Love you, Alex, and love you all. Thank you all for watching, and this is probably a much longer one than the last one, but if you're still here, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's try to get this video to, let's see, 12 people in the league, so you all definitely, I know all my friends are definitely going to like for sure. So let's say 17 likes, right? Just a random number I threw out. Let's try to get 5 random people, if you're watching this, hit that like button. That'd be great. I'd really appreciate it. Trying to, you know, get bigger than oh, that's really awkward. Not McAfee. Not Christian McCaffrey. Pat McAfee. I'm trying to get bigger than Pat McAfee one day. I'm gonna have a channel. I'm gonna bring a few of the boys on. I need a guest. I need a guest for next week. So Will, Evan, Thomas, Mick. Probably not Ryan. No one wants to hear his takes. I don't think anyone really cares. He's just gonna want to talk about the Vikings the whole time. So no one really cares about that. Alex, Armand, whoever wants to hop on, Assad, you know, just let me know. Just let me know. I need a guest for next week, and then we'll talk about, you know, the fraudulent stuff going on in this league, and talk some crap. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it, and good luck this week. I'll see y'all next time. See ya.